Okay, so this morning we are going to walk to the market so I can get a little breakfast. I have Harley on leash because she was lagging, so we're gonna take it slow for her. And with this guy again, we're working on intro to heel, so he doesn't need to be. Usually, a heel is that your ear is aligned with my leg, either nose or ear. When you do shoulder, really quickly, shoulder becomes ribs, becomes hips, and you're out of the heel. So I like to set the bar high, nose or ear. Your dog should never be this much further, more ahead of you than this. That's how you say it. As I walk, we have that was a fair mistake on his part. We have like a 6 to 12 inch cushion. So here, one step back. Thank you. Now we can go. So for Harley, I'm actually gonna see if I can just clip her. It's gonna be her job to manage not getting her foot stuck. Another deep breath. This is lovely. So we're getting a light wag, and I'm looking at his ears and I'm seeing a dog who is focused. I'm seeing a dog who's in like his thinking brain, right? So a lot of people would look at this ear position and go, he's sad. So this is a pre-poop behavior I've learned. He likes to do it at the base of trees. He does a little hole. He scratches in a little hole. Yeah, and then he kind of does like a pee poop. So I'm gonna hold him here. I don't want him doing it on a tree trunk because it's hard for me to clean. So you know what? Like, you picked your zone. I'm happy with this zone. See, and here, like, not. So a lot of people are like, oh, my dog has to go, and they just are like, I guess, like, really wanting their dog to go, so they so they let them do it wherever. But for me, like, yeah, like, of course I want you to like feel comfortable and go, but I'm also thinking about like, I need to clean that up. So I'm like, it's good enough. It's good enough. Like, sometimes I have to use a less than ideal bathroom, but like, I make it work. Okay, so the other thing that happened there is he went to scratch. I'm a no on scratching. It's an instinctive behavior. It's unnecessary. What they're trying to do is spread their scent and claim their territory. My dog doesn't need to have territory, and just that, it's a instinctive behavior. So for cleaning, for instinct, I'm a no. I'm guiding him over here so we can start walking. We'll yield to pressure. So here, we couldn't get it at a standstill. Put a little gas and we got it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Too far. You overcorrected. No big deal. Thank you for your enthusiasm. And this is just all. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know what I want. And then the other thing is that as I clean the poo, I don't want it to be free time for my dog. A lot of people, as they are literally picking up their dog's poo, the dog will be like pulling, I'm going this way, I'm smelling this, and really be an inconvenience. So for me, I'm like, hey, like, I waited for you to poo. I was patient. I wasn't pulling on you. So like, a little reciprocity if you don't mind. Again, he's behind me, so the gas worked last time, but I'm ready for him to overcorrect. So squeeze, squeeze, step forward, little guidance. This process, and I'll do a preemptive block, I call it a little go, a little whoa, right? So come, but stop. All right, let's do this. Let's go. That was a lot of back and forth. So understanding, he'd probably be like, wait, when do we walk? I wanted to do the verbal marker for that one. Here, I'm a perfectionist, so it can be hard for me to be in the heel flow. So you see, when I want to sharpen, when I'm one-handed like that, I go from this, which is generally how I like to hold the leash. I feel bad for all those dogs and people who like can only do the death grip. I want my dog to be cooperative and like on leash, like this is where we live. Which, God, what an incredible privilege. Okay, this is our street. So little ballerina arm to the side to guide him. And another deep breath. This is great. So from here, if I need to talk to him, 1, 2, much shorter. Amazing, amazing heel. Another deep breath. I want our walks to be relaxed. You cannot create relaxed from tense. Harley, let's go. Let's go, babe. So from tense, like, yeah, I'm not, like, the dog isn't going to be the first one to relax. So I got to be what I want. You know, even for me, it's a brand new dog. And I'm focused. It's easy to get tense. So I just keep reminding myself. So there, a little speed up. We are walking glacially slow for Harley. So if he flows, super understanding, super gentle. And, oh, hey, would you mind waiting for us? And this is funny because one of my pet peeves is when people are trying to hurry me along. And, like, I'm from New York, I'm a pretty fast walker, and they, like, speed ahead of me. I think it's so rude. So it's funny, like, you know, the work that I do with a heel. Same for dogs, same for people. And I don't have to, like, giving him guidance and asking for what I want, it doesn't mean that I'm criticizing him, and it doesn't mean that, like, I'm needy or demanding or bad or wrong for feeling the way I feel. If I can be self-aware and know what I want and then politely communicate it, that's awesome. So right now I'm breaking, out of here. Hey! Ooh. So there, I wanted to let him smell, but obviously the situation rapidly changed. Reroute. These houses are so beautiful. So here, I'm gonna switch them. So getting this on my pocket. Now we're gonna guide him to the other side. A lot of people, if they want their dog on the other side, move. In the animal world, whoever moves their feet more loses. If you're the one walking around and accommodating the other is in the power position. So for me, every time I want or need something, it's another opportunity to communicate and build a language. So here, I'll move him again. There you go, ballerina arm, kissing sound, and a little bit of leash pressure to guide. And because we've already done the work of teaching him yield to pressure, and I'll put you guys both back on this side because my right hand is my dominant hand. So when I do fine work, I prefer in the right. So the rule of mine that I'm breaking, right? I showed you this. We're going very slow. He's very calm, right? Hard to believe this is the beginning of our third day together. Super special dog. If this is not your experience, like, you know, if it is your experience, I'll say you are really freaking lucky as my friend is about to be. So here we are like this. This is kind of like, you know, you see with Harley, she's attached to my hip on a long leash and just doing her job. Just like Phil here, right? Everyone walking normally forward, me as well, walking normally, doing my job. So anything other than this is divergent behavior. And just like parents, it's our job to explain to our charge, like the creature I'm responsible for, what is desirable, what is divergent. So here, you've seen me go here when I want to talk to him. There's not always time to do this that I showed you. I do this when I see a problem coming, but if a problem's happening and I'm one-handed like that, the only place I can go is up. What I teach my clients is you need to stay in your bicep when you're talking to your dog. A lot of people do wrist, not strong. A lot of people do lat, not strong. Even tricep, no matter how many reps you do, these muscles will never be as strong as your bicep. And please, like, if you're a super fitness person, like, don't correct me. Like, we all get the gist, you know, okay, if you do a certain number of reps, but perfect. And I love this nice slow pace. Honestly, this is the, like, thanks, Harley. Arrow. Good boy. Great response. This is the pace where, see a little kitty up there, where we learn a heel. Like, so look at the way he's walking. And Phil, I'll put you back. There, he got excited because of the sound and because the camera came into his zone. But do you see this? He's a little bit stilted. So he's walking in this awkward way, good boy, because he's regulating himself. He's, you know, like when you're going downhill, but you want to stay in the flow of traffic. So you kind of are like riding the brakes just a little, you know, you're doing some taps. So that's what he's doing. He's riding his own brakes and regulating his speed to match me and Harley. People see this, oh, he's unhappy, he's uncomfortable. No, he's really, really polite. He's really, really polite. So this is actually what I want to see. When their body is awkward, they're not just like doing what comes naturally. They're mentally working to be a good boy. People mistakenly think faster is better, longer is better, more is better, right? But actually, good boy, good sit, good boy, Arrow. Doing the mental work of, you know, looking out for me and Harley, regulating. This is work. Like, if you've ever had an 8-hour day at your computer, which I'm guessing you have, you come home and you are exhausted and you did not move your body. Good boy, Arrow. Good boy, Arrow. Wait for the wag. So our slow ass walk combined with the mental labor of being a good boy, he's gonna be tired. More, better, faster, more crazy. They're gonna come home and like still be buzzing. Like, have you ever come home from like a party or a concert and you're like, whew, like I need an hour to wind down. So that is not the exercise experience I want my dog to have. It's all about calm. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of organization because I'm about to walk off. He's following the treat hand. So here, it's just another one of those leg spasms and he's not there. So I'm just waiting to yield to pressure. Good boy, good sit, Arrow. Just one little step. Hey, look at that, my spasm stopped. You're like a miracle healer. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. Here we have a kitty cat. I'm getting ready. I wanna keep my energy calm. I'm liking that sorry cat, I'm liking that he's not trying to go for her. But because I wanna be prepared for life, and because in that moment I saw the cat first, I had time to choke up on the leash, I was prepared. So that was my question of, hey, do you see that cat? Like, what are we working with? Are you gonna try to kill it? Are you like, do you have a prey drive like that? Have you ever had the experience of killing and potentially eating a cat? Which, you know, life on the streets, man. So here, little sniff, sniff. Look at this hand going with him. Please don't start here. This is a place where, like, I've been doing this for a while. I have a good sense of this dog, and I have very quick reflexes. When you first get your dog, so this is why I was talking earlier about my no-no. This is your security hand. You can give this space to your dog when you're letting them sniff or when they're going potty. You want to make a really strong loop here. And when I get my other fingers in, it's great for doing that pulse. So we're going to go with him just in case Barry's thinking about TTing. I want him to have another chance to TT before the market. If he's being naughty, I don't want to be asking myself, is he telling me that he has to pee? So now that we're really close, just down the street from the market, I'm going to be offering him one last chance. Here, I'll offer Harley too. You want to go potty? You want to go potty, Arrow? You want to go potty? Okay. This way, good boy. And from these light corrections, the earlier I catch the behavior, the lighter I can be. And you are noticing that he's not offended, right? It is not damaging our relationship to say, oh, hey, I actually don't like when you do that. If I didn't do these lighter corrections early and consistently, I would be in a position where I'm really, really, really not liking what's going on to the point where it's potentially dangerous. And under those circumstances, I am going to have to get ugly. I'm going to have to really put pressure on the leash. I'm going to have to make some like really ugly sounds just to come in at the level of like problem we're having. So I don't know if he's been somewhere like this before, but yeah, earlier, lighter, nicer. If you wait, not saying how you feel, not managing the behaviors you don't like, you're gonna have to, you're gonna be in a position where you'll have to get ugly. So this is one of my favorite parts about my neighborhood. You saw a super short walk. I love this market. I wish I could film the smell. It smells so good. Go this way. So because we're in a market, I'm going to tighten up a bit. Oh my God, it smells so good. Hola. So those are rocks. I checked them out when I saw something on the floor. In the market, I'm going to be looking out for, I forget what it's called, like pavement snacks, street grabs, something. So I'm going to be on the lookout, as my dog is, for potential food. And now we're going into the food section, so I'm going to have to be extra aware. This is a dog TT spot. And then, you want to see the view? Phil, you want to try my friend's Eggs Benedict place? Okay, we're going to order, walk around, and we'll walk back when it's ready. Hi. Hi, Arrow. Good boy. Arrow. So since he was a free dog, I wonder if he's been to these places before, if he's recognizing a smell, or if he just enjoys the smell of garbage. There's a lot of amazing smells here, also some not so amazing smells, but I feel like it makes the good ones stand out more. Okay, we're gonna order breakfast quick and we'll pick up again.